I welcome you all for the lecture series of Engineering Thermodynamics. Today we are going to solve a simple problem on thermodynamics. So in this lecture we are going to cover two problems which are very basic to that of thermodynamics. Problem 1. A gas whose original pressure, volume and temperature were 140 kilonewton per meter square, 0.1 meter cube and 25 degrees Celsius respectively. It is compressed such that the new pressure is 700 kilonewton per meter square and its new temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. Determine the new volume of the gas. So from the problem, we have understood that a gas which consists of original pressure. Okay, so the initial pressure is denoted in the letter P1. Okay, so the initial pressure P1, then this volume is initial volume, and this temperature is initial temperature, which is correspondingly given as, that is P1 is equal to 140 kilonewton per meter square, and initial volume V1 is 0.1 meter cube, and temperature T1 is 25 degrees Celsius. So we need to convert this temperature in terms of Kelvin. So we have to add 273 plus 25. Okay, so 0 degrees Celsius equal to 273 Kelvin. So we need to add 25 degrees Celsius plus 273 to convert this temperature of 25 degrees Celsius into 298 Kelvin. Then in the problem, they have said that the gas is compressed. Okay, so it is compressed such that the new pressure is uptime. Okay. So the new pressure is P2. This is your final state of the pressure. That is final state. This one is your initial state and this one is your final state. This final state is 700 kilonewton per meter square. So the final pressure P2 is 700 kilonewton per meter square. And its new temperature, that new temperature is after compression, the gas will attain a new temperature. That is the final temperature after compression is 60 degrees Celsius. That what given here. So I can write T2 is equal to 60 degrees Celsius. So to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin, I will add plus 273 to obtain T2 is equal to 333 Kelvin. So what they asked to find? They asked to find the new volume of the gas. So we need to find out volume. What about the after compression? What is the volume of the gas? Okay, so the initial volume is 0.1 meter cube. After process is going on, that is after compression of the gas, what will be the new volume of the gas? We need to find it out. So for that, we need to use an ideal gas equation. Okay, what is an ideal gas equation? All of you know that ideal gas equation is PV equal to mRT. Okay, so P is pressure, V is volume, and M is mass, R is universal gas constant, and T is temperature. Okay, so if I can write PT by PV by T equal to mR. Okay, where M is mass and R is universal gas constant. Okay, here in this problem M is constant, that is mass is constant, and also R, universal gas constant, is also constant. So I can write the equation PV by T equal to constant. Okay, and the initial state is same, and also the final state is also mass and universal gas constant are same. So I can write PV by T equal to constant. So I can write P1 V1 by T1 equal to constant, and also P2 V2 by T2 equal to constant. So these two constants are equal. So I can equate and derive an equation like P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So these are all the given data from the previous slide I have taken from the question for easy substituting of the values. Okay. Then I substitute what are all the values. Before substituting the values, you have to check all the values are in the same unit. Suppose we have to substitute pressure. These pressure 1 and pressure 2 are in the same unit. We need to check. Okay. So here it is kilonewton per meter square, and here it is also kilonewton per meter square. So no problem. We can substitute both in kilonewton per meter square. So P1 is 140 kilonewton per meter square and P2 is 700 kilonewton per meter square. And again you check the units of volume. V1 is 0.1 meter cube. V2 we need to find. Okay, so we can obtain V2 in terms of meter cube only. Then temperature, here temperature I convert it to Kelvin, 298 Kelvin, and here is also 333 Kelvin. So substitute these values and solve, we get the final volume V2 is 0.0223 meter cube. So as a result, the new volume of the gas, that is the final volume gas V2 equal to 0.0223 meter cube. Okay. Next, we move on to the next problem. Okay. So in this problem states that calculate the actual pressure of air in the tank if the pressure of the compressed air measured by manometer is 30 centimeter of mercury and atmospheric pressure is 101 kilopascal. So calculate the actual pressure of the air in the tank. So consider one tank. So in the tank we need to find out the actual pressure in the tank. Okay. So here the pressure of the compressed air measured by a manometer, that is by the compressed air present in the tank will be measured by your manometer. That manometer shows the reading of 30 centimeter of mercury. It shows the reading of 30 centimeter of mercury, and the atmospheric pressure is 101 kilopascal. The atmospheric pressure is 101 kilopascal. So these are all the given data. That is manometric pressure equal to 30 centimeter of mercury, and the atmospheric pressure is 101 kilopascal. We need to find it out actual pressure. So before entering into the problem, we need to know some of the basic values. That is, we need to know that is 760 mm of mercury shows 1.01325 bar. Okay, what is bar? 1 bar equal to 10 to the power of 5 Pascal, or 1 bar equal to 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. So that is, I can write this 760 mm. Okay, so we can convert the 760 mm into 76 centimeter. Okay, so that is 76 centimeter equal to 760 mm. So just I am rewriting like this. Okay, 760 mm of mercury as 76 centimeter of mercury, which is equal to 1.01325 bar. So 1 bar is 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal, or 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. Then I need 1 centimeter. Okay, so I need to find out 1 centimeter of mercury equal to 1.01325 into 10 to the power of 5 divided by 76. Okay, so this is, I can find it out from the basic equation. Then we move on to the problem. So here atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is given in 101 kilopascal. Okay, so kilo is 10 to the power of 3. So I can replace and write it into 1 Pascal equal to 1 Newton per meter square. So pressure of atmospheric pressure is equal to 101 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per meter square. The next one is manometric pressure. So manometric pressure is given in 30 centimeter of mercury. So I am converting 30 into 1 centimeter. Okay, so 1 centimeter of mercury, I am replacing this 1 centimeter of mercury. From the previous one, we have found it out 1 centimeter of mercury equal to 1.01325 into 10 to the power of 5 divided by 76 Pascal, or Newton per meter square. Okay, so that is, by solving this simple equation, you can obtain manometric pressure, which is equal to 39.99 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per meter square. Okay, but in the problem we need to find out actual pressure. Okay, what is the formula of actual pressure? So actual pressure is nothing but the addition of or summation of atmospheric pressure plus your manometric pressure. So atmospheric pressure, before substituting in this equation, what we need to know, we need to check whether these two components are in the same unit. You check, here is in Newton per meter square and here is also in Newton per meter square. So actual pressure equal to, you substitute the atmospheric pressure value in terms of Newton per meter square and manometric pressure in terms of Newton per meter square. Then you obtain actual pressure is equal to 140.99 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per meter square. So in the other way, this actual pressure can be said as 140.99 into 10 to the power of 3 Pascal, or this 10 to the power of 3 can be written as kilo. Okay, so actual pressure can be written as 140.99 kilonewton per meter square, or otherwise actual pressure can be said as 140.99 into 10 to the power of 3 kilonewton per meter square, or kilopascal. Okay. Thank you.